This is Christopher Smith, known as Peacemaker.
Are you having a laugh?
What?
You just said each member of the team is chosen for their unique abilities. He does exactly what I do.
But better.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well, and today we have some controversy that we're gonna go over. This is related to a new legend called Fade. Now, to provide some context as well as some information, this is actually a legend that is coming out on Apex Mobile. And so why don't we just get right into it? I'll show a video of the legend's abilities up on screen right now. Now, as you can see, his tactical is called Flashback, and from the footage, it seems like this basically sends you back in time. Essentially, it looks to be the same thing as Wraith's phase, except it can only phase you back to where you were a certain amount of time ago. Now, while this might not seem super useful, keep in mind this can actually be quite useful in certain situations when you're trying to push the enemy, especially if you have the high ground and you really want to push down to maybe quickly knock someone that you got really low or something like that. You can jump down, knock that enemy, and then use your tactical to phase back onto your high ground, being completely safe. Whereas with a legend like Wraith, you can't really do that because your phase just puts you in the void, and that's really about it. Now, as for his ultimate ability, it also seems to be related to phasing or going into the void. In this case, it seems like it damages enemies for 10 health, and then once the ultimate fully deploys, it sends the people that are in that radius into the void. Now, the question is this only going to send enemies into the void, or can it actually send teammates in as well? And of course, an even better question is, can you actually move around once you get sent into the void? Because if you can't really move around, then this is basically an offensive ability where you can prevent an entire enemy squad from doing anything. Especially if you're pushing into a building, you can simply throw this in there, and then the enemies get trapped in the void, allowing you and your team to position yourselves in a spot that makes the enemy easy targets to kill the moment the ultimate is finished. Or if this ultimate is meant to help out you and your teammates, well, it's pretty obvious what it's going to do in that case. It simply sends you and your teammates into the void, basically like a Wraith tactical, but for your entire team. So Fade overall looks to be a pretty interesting legend, but here's the part where people get a bit upset. This is because this legend actually looks to be exclusive for Apex Mobile. Now, I also touched on this subject some time ago. Basically, Apex Mobile is going to be having exclusive legends, as well as certain legends coming early to Apex Mobile compared to the main Apex game, which means that in the future, certain legends will only be playable on the mobile version of Apex, and certain legends will actually be available on Apex Mobile much earlier than they are in the main game. So it's completely justified that people are upset about this, especially since Apex does have a history of having these content dry spots. So the fact that the main game might have no new content while the mobile version is getting tons and tons of content ahead of time, it certainly can become quite frustrating. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Definitely let me know what you think about certain legends only coming to Apex Mobile, and of course, as always guys, stay safe, and I'll see ya in the next one. Peace out.